It has all been God. God has been the source. It is not by my power.
The same way she says that you can do God Yahoo through praise, which I think is a good thing, but using that term Yahoo Yahoo, you and I know what Yahoo Yahoo means. Welcome. If you haven't seen the part 1, I don't know why you're watching this one, but it's okay because watching this one is still as good as you watching part 1, but just that we're talking about extra stuff that we didn't talk about in part 1. So let's get straight to the reason why you clicked on my thumbnail to watch this video. As already you can see from the title of this video, what I'm talking about is something that maybe you have an idea of already. oniduromi, I think this is the right time for this song to trend, or maybe what is happening right now, what is trending right now between 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏 and her, defaming, or would I say castigating or criticizing a song by a fellow Christian artist. I think it's happening for the upliftment of these other artists, Yinka. But let's take a close look at it. Okay, now in the video before now, we looked at how 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏 taught us how to scam God. In case you don't know how to scam God, 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏 has a perfect formula of how to play Yahoo Yahoo on God.
I want to do him Yahoo, and I say, God, you know what? I want to give you 50 days grace. What about it? What do you think?
And of course, you know that some of our men of God also scam us. For example, we are talking about Prophet TB Joshua right now, who is dead and gone beyond. If you haven't watched my video that I made about Apostle Johnson Suleiman's reaction to his death, you might want to take a close look at it again to see some of the things I said there, because Christendom is really, really amazing. I love the Christian faith a whole lot, but some things happen that sometimes they trigger some questions that are born of logic, and I'm a very logical person, so don't take anything I'm saying here hook, line and sinker. I am not your preacher. I am a content creator, so I ask questions that maybe you will not ask because you leave it for the Holy Spirit and for God to answer. But my left ear sometimes it does not hear like some people will say. I hear from my left ear, I hear from my right ear. Sometimes I sit down and ask questions because God didn't give me this brain for nothing. If God could give doctors the brain for them to make medicines or maybe treat us when we are ill, why would you have a simple headache and you are there capashing on top of the headache when you can just take a Panadol and feel fine? In the end, you'll be like a pastor, or is it a Suleiman that said that he was sick headache and he had to go to Dubai where nobody know him to go and get treatment. After that, he had to come back and drink water because God told him that your body needs water. Sometimes when I listen, sometimes when you people listen to sermons by men of God, do you people even use your brain at all to think? Do you use your brain at all to think? This is not me being biased here. Just like this whole thing now that is happening between 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏 and this particular artist right now. A lot of people have castigated 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏. I am not here to do castigate or criticize. For me, I look at facts. I work with the things that come out of your mouth. That's why if God could say, come, let us reason together, can't you sit down and reason with God? Then don't you people ask questions because this person is quote and unquote evangelist, quote and unquote top in the game. That means they cannot make mistakes. Okay, now are we saying that the Holy Spirit is an author of confusion? That the Holy Spirit told her not to, that song is and the Holy Spirit cautioned her about the song. And now, of course, we can see the hypocrisy in the Yoruba music industry that some other artists now are now taking sides and shading. This one is shading this one, this one is shading this one.
I'm just like that, so it's just me. People just like, turning things upside down for me.
Yes,
so it's fine because it's God's stuff.
First of all, do you know that Yinka herself loves 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏 a whole lot? Like, do you know that this younger artist loves her a whole lot? Listen to this.
Even in this industry, I have been singing alongside with so many guest artists with fame, and it is just by God's grace and mercy. The likes of so many, the likes of evangelist 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏, the likes of so many.
Now notice the first person she mentions here, 𝗀𝗏𝗯𝗏. Sometimes it can be very disheartening that someone you call a mentor or someone you look up to rubbishes your work. Somehow it can be very disheartening. I must tell you, imagine that I look up to someone like, let's say on this platform YouTube now, someone I kind of watch to not really be like, I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be like BeingReal George. But people that have kind of motivated me into this way of creating content will be like the people of like Pararan or 𝗷𝚢𝚙𝚘𝗌, those who really create. Now listen attentively, because what I'm about to say now is only for those who have watched till this point. If you look at the title of this video, because some people just watch first 2 minutes and they go away. When I talk about hypocrisy, as you can see below right there, it's not about two of them being hypocrites, but you watching me right now, Christians being hypocrites. Let's take a close look at that right now.
If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so.
Now, I made a video before which I titled Hypocrisy in the Church, or would I say Hypocrisy in the Christendom. I've pinned it in the comment section. You might want to watch it after watching this one. Now, do you remember this video that's trended some time ago where Tope Alabi was videoed, or would I say filmed, in her own father's burial, dancing in a way that you would call worldly song? Now, this is her mindset for you hypocrites that call yourself Christians, but yet still act as if you are not in this world, not of this world, but in this world.
Burial. People are like, oh, she's a gospel artist, she shouldn't be doing that. Do you feel some kind of pressure sometimes?
No, I don't feel. You know, people want you to turn to another thing because you are a gospel musician. Because you are a gospel artist, they want to choke you. They want to
like you're working like this.
They want to figure you. They want to put you in a place, in a box, and say this is how we want you to move. And if you check their status, those people that are talking, you see wigs, you see nails, you see. I will not say Kiwa wash it. One of my fathers in the Lord, Pastor David 𝗵𝗲𝗻, will say, don't tell me that it is in the Bible that you should not wear earrings. Just tell us that you don't like earrings. Don't tell us it's in the Bible. There's nothing like shokoto or skirt in the Bible. Everybody wears whatever they like there. Because there wasn't trouser doesn't mean that you cannot wear trouser now. So I don't know why. That was why when they interviewed me, there's some interview I did on Insta Live, because you know it was a lockdown time. I told them, I said, I'm not sorry for what I wore that day. I'm not sorry.
Because these people you call Christian gospel artists and the rest of them you look up to in the Christendom, they live in this world you live in. They see the same things you see on social media that I see. But when we now start dichotomizing and labeling some people in a particular way to be this way or that way, sometimes it's as if we know people more than God even knows them. This is her mindset for some of you that are really great hypocrites.
Yes, do you know what has happened to me, man? So if I can wear anything, so far it's not showing my body. I can wear anything. Except if God says, Tope, don't wear that. But you need a quality fellowship with the Holy Spirit so that you will hear him audibly. Sometimes he tells you, open to 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verses 2, and when you get there, he will just tell you, this is what I want to explain to you.
So, Madam Tope, with all due respect, I don't know you from nowhere. I'm not Yoruba, so I don't really know your songs that well. But do you know one song I do know?
And there's this particular one that, reigned through the years. The one that had 𝗷𝚢𝚙𝚘𝗌𝚗𝐿
𝗷𝚢𝚙𝚘𝗌. That wasn't a soundtrack.
Okay.
It was one of the tracks from my album, my main album.
So, Madam Tope Alabi, I put it to you, Listen. I know maybe you are watching me right now, or some of your followers are watching me. I don't know Tope Alabi from nowhere, because I am not Yoruba, I am Igbo. Ask me about Chioma Jesus, I know. And this is not me being tribalistic or something, but the same way that wearing pant, as in pant, not like pant, I mean trouser, or wearing Versace or wearing Gucci is not in the Bible, whether it is wrong or right. That's the same way you have the right to your opinions, but you don't have the authority to say, because maybe you had been crowned, I talked about it in my previous video, the queen of Yoruba language on Twitter by Nigerians in 2019. It's on Wikipedia for real, like seriously. It doesn't give you that authority to say that what someone has sung is wrong or right. Everyone has the right to sing whatever they want to sing. But it's different from the way secular music is than the way it is in church. In church, Sinach could sing a song and maybe you see Prince or maybe one other artist perform it. Yinka could sing a song and Tope Alabi can perform it. So it doesn't matter who owns the song, because you are praising and worshiping God. Anyone can sing anyone's song. That's amazing. Come on, you will not see Wizkid coming to sing or perform Davido's song. that day heaven will break loose. But again, Tope Alabi will repeat to you hypocritical Christians that
I can wear anything. So far, it's not showing my body. I can wear anything. Except if God says, Tope, don't wear that.
Now, I just want you to officially know that we as creatives, what we do right here on social media, which you see, is all packaging. If you watched my videos about when I was talking about Prophet TB Joshua, late of blessed memories, you see the way I dress in a suit. Look presentable because I know the age grade of people that are watching me. I know my data right here on YouTube. Those who might be watching this one now might not really be like that older people or something, but I package for every content I create. So if you really care about the outward appearance and not the substance of what I'm saying, then you might be getting everything I say wrong, because some of you just judge people by appearance. That is the way or the reason why you see these artists when they come perform in your church. Of course, she can't dress the way she dressed to her father's burial or the way she would dress. Come on, she talked about it. She has all the kind of clothes that you can think of. But when it comes to her presentation, her music videos, her ministration in the church, of course she has to dress in a way that is presentable and suits the status quo of what she does. When I talked about in my previous video, the hypocrisy in the Christian church, or would I say the hypocrisy in the church, how you have to separate the art from the person's faith. Sometimes I watch Wizkid, Burna Boy, the people that when people think of Nigerian art, they remember them. And when they talk and they get to start the point where they start talking about God and Jesus, and for me, even me myself, I wonder, okay, after smoking all this thing, doing all this thing, and even the visuals of your video I'm seeing here and there, you still talk about God, Jesus? Come on, I think like that too sometimes. But hey, come on, we are humans. Church has made us to label some people in a particular way and decide who is of God and who is not of God, but we don't know people personally.